everybody. I do hope you are all well. As always, give me a thumbs up. Please do pop me a note in the comments so I know you were with me. Whether you're with me on Facebook, whether you're with me on YouTube. First in the house today is Annette. Hello, Annette. Thank you for joining, and our lovely Kim as well. Now, I've got a few QR codes that I'll be displaying as we go. This one is to take you directly to our Facebook group. So that's where you can find the materials to purchase for tonight's live. I will be adding a greater selection of seed beads. Just haven't had opportunity to do it yet. Hello Trisha, hello Liz. I missed you guys last week. It was a mega busy week last week. So I had Jewelry Maker on the Tuesday, which was also joined by my lovely friend Susie as well. She was launching her yin yang collection as well during the show. That was really fab. And then Thursday was my daughter's graduation ceremony in Cheltenham. Friday I was back to Redditch for the Christmas do for the whole of the Gemporia group. Stayed at a hotel, back home. Saturday, babysitting, which aren't grandchildren fab? They're so lush. They were very excited that we were babysitting for them. So we have got Jane joining. Hello, Jane. Liz says Vic is at parents' evening and we'll watch on catch up. No problem. Well, hello to Vic when you're watching a bit later on. And hi, Emma. What have you all been up to? Is this a busy time of year for you? Have you started doing your Christmas shopping? Have you been doing any fairs? I have to confess, I haven't done any Christmas fairs other than as a customer for a couple of years now, because I just don't have time. It's a lot of prep, as you will know if you do it. Jane says, should have popped in for a cuppa after the graduation, literally a mile away. Oh gosh, I didn't realise you were that close to the I can't think of it, the race course. That's where it was. It was lovely. Right, shall I show you what we're going to make tonight? Well, anyway, you're going to learn the way to do this. You won't have seen a completed one tonight, but you'll have all the tools in your bag to be able to make it. Kim says, I'm just knitting beanies for my grandson for when he arrives. Oh, Kim, that's getting close. When is he due? Right. So here we go. We have got, this is the recent sample, which has got loads of different ombre on there, lots of different colours, followed by some clear quartz on the bottom as well. It's due on Monday. Wow. Gosh, we had a sudden influx of people joining. If you're watching, please do say hello. Hello, Rosie. I'm so pleased you're joining. She's on YouTube. Oh, that's so nice that we've got more people joining. We've got someone new as well on YouTube. I'm sorry I don't know your name. Perhaps you want to introduce yourself and say hello. Let us know. Are you a beader? Hello, Carol. Right, I'm just going to pop this necklace on. That's the other one. This is one that I wear all the time. Obviously, you don't need to make it this long if you don't want to. Hello, Ishtar? Is that how you pronounce it? Apologies if I haven't read that correctly. Oh, right, okay. Barn user. There we go. We don't want any of that rubbish in here, do we? Trying to sell us some financial help. Not appropriate for beading. Jane did a craft fair in the village. Oh gosh, I think we've got them all coming in tonight. Jane did a craft fair in the village on Saturday, covered the cost of the stall, and Holly sold a lot of her makes, so worth doing. Oh, that's so good. So good. I've just got a feeling that our influx is not due to beading people, so I will keep an eye on the comments. Right, let's get started. So we need needle and thread. So size 10 beading needle. I'm using Wildfire, but you can use Nymo, you can use Mayuki thread, entirely your choice. Now work with as much Wildfire as you possibly can. I would suggest if you can work with 2 meters, do that. Otherwise it just gets in a bit of a pickle, doesn't it? And then we're going to go on the overhead in a moment as well. Oh, where's my needle and thread? Right, okay, let's go on the overhead. Here we go. So I have got 3, you can't quite see them. Let's go up a little bit more. I don't want to drop my laptop. We've got 3 different colour size 11 seed beads. But to be honest with you, you can use check size 10, you can use size 8s if you want to. It's entirely up to you what you want to use. So we're going to start off first of all with 18 seed beads. Now if we have a quick look at the start. So we only sew this on at the end and we make a bigger circle at the end. But everybody, let me know if you can hear me, you can see me okay. So I'm going to add the 18 on. 1, 2, 3. We'll zoom in a bit more in a moment as well. One, 2, 3. All good. Brilliant. 4, 5, 6. Not that you want to hear me counting out loud. But this is also a nice beginner's project as well. So if you've never done any work with needle and thread before, this is a nice one to start with. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I know I digress, but how many of you have been watching I'm a Celeb? I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. We watch it every year. And I must admit, we're a little bit hooked. In a good way. The people are so lovely at the moment. It could change because it does at any time, doesn't it? 3, so that's 5, 10, 14, 15. Right, let's put these on here. 16. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm playing Tiddlywinks. This is a slightly different. You don't watch it, Kim. Watched a couple of I'm a Celeb, says Liz. I love the people watching. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right, let's zoom in. It's just interesting to see how people behave when they're sort of starved of food. I couldn't do it. I don't know how they do it. Right, so we're going to go back round. There we go. So we'll do what we call reinforcing. So reinforcing, for those of you that haven't done it before, is just another word for going back around those beads to give it a little bit more strength and security. So I've got, if you haven't got any beading thread, I've got Nymo in stock. I've left a tail, but to be honest, you don't really need too much of a tail, maybe 3 inches. Hello, Carol, thank you for joining. And then we're going to tie that like so. Now, we are going to add 9 beads. Let's pop these on here, it's a little bit easier. If they keep bouncing, I'm going to get my beading mat out. My other beading mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To be honest, I always find that the first bit is a little bit more complicated. So what we do is, so from where that thread is coming out of, which is here, we're going to count 6 beads back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So push your needle down that one. And that's our first little bit. Now, I'm hoping I'm doing this right. This is the bit I wasn't looking forward to demonstrating. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. So another 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to have to get my other mat because this is driving me slightly mad. Okay, so from here, we are going to count 6 back. 1, so threads coming out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think that's quite right. Hang on. Yeah, that will be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just check my other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Might go in like that. And what it does is it creates this V shape, like so. And then we're going to add another 9 beads. And I normally do a couple of triangles before I change colour. Bear with, I'm going to go and get my other beading mat because these are like tiddlywinks everywhere. There we go. Where's my little spoon? There it is. And what I'll do is I'll carry on for a bit, then I'll come back to your questions. Oh, that's so much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to count, including this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So let's just recap, shall we? We did 18 for the first one, and then we added 9 beads, but we counted 6 back from where our thread was coming out. And we're just going to keep repeating that. So you're just going to add another 9 beads. And when I change colour, it'll be a little bit easier for you to see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So thread coming out of here, count that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you go through that one. The other way you can double check is that you should have 4 movable seed beads in between. And then pull that tight. And as you start to get more into it, these triangular shapes start to form a lot more freely. Now let's introduce another colour. So if we say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to switch colours. So let's go to black. There we go. Now, like I say, you make this as long or as short as you want to, bearing in mind there's no clasp on it. It's just a tie one, so you can have it as short or as long as you want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But what I will do is I'll measure the ones that I've made just to give you some indication. So we're counting back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go, so needles going down this way. Put it nice and tight. And then we'll do the same. We're going to add 9 beads. So that really is the whole thing. And obviously when you finish your last circle, you need to make sure that you finish with 18 as well. Okay, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this time we're heading from right to left. And then the next time it'll be left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So counting back from the thread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see left to right. How does that seem? Does that seem pretty straightforward to everybody? You might want to just undo it and redo it. But as you go, it gets more clearly defined with those sort of triangular blocks. Now, Liz is asking, is Nymo Wildfire? No, it's not. Nymo is a brand in itself. That is something I've got in stock. The Wildfire is another brand, which Wildfire is very, shall we say, very solid, very strong. I love working with Wildfire. The only time I do not like working with Wildfire is like for the tassels. I wouldn't use the Wildfire for the tassels because it's so stiff. You end up with really stiff ends. So I would then switch to something like the Miyuki or your Nymo. So the other way of checking or not counting 6 back is you can always count 1, 2, 3, 4 beads from down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go through that one. So either way, It's actually 4 beads from the join, but I think it's easier to actually count 6 back. The only thing with, I mean, Nymo's really nice. It's a really good all-rounder, but if you're going to use it, make sure you wax it, because it will help to avoid it from splitting the thread. It's a good, well-priced all-rounder. Hello, Linda. Hello, Maxine. Right, so I'm going to switch on to gold now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And like I say, we're going back this way, so the needle is going to go down that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can just double check you've got that right, because you should have 4 beads before the next join, if that makes sense. So 4 beads here. I don't sell the wax, Liz, but you should be able to get them from haberdashery stores, probably on Amazon. It's just beading wax, or it's actually used for sewing as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did sell it, but it's all gone out of stock. The other thing you could do is, if you've got lots of different colours left, you could always make a bead soup with it and make a multicoloured one. Hello, Jan. Jan search couldn't find me on Facebook again. Oh dear. I made it back from the Christmas light switch on. Oh, I'm so pleased you've joined. Always lovely to have you join. Kim said you could use a vandal, a candle, I think is what Kim means. Yes, you can. Just run the thread across the wax of a candle, not a heated one, just on the outside. We've got Sandra joining us as well. Hello, Sandra. I'll do a little recap in a moment for those of you that missed the start, but obviously you can come back and watch it from the beginning. And it's probably easier to do that on YouTube. So the YouTube, I will put the link up in a moment. Right, so you can see I've got 4 more triangles there. Well, sort of 3.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I would go back to the start colour. So for those of you that came in a little bit later, we started off with a circle. Doesn't look like a circle now, but we started off with a circle of 18 beads. We cut 2 meters of thread. Then we added 6 beads and counted 6 beads back from where our thread was coming out of. So basically, every time you add 9, you count 6 beads back. So you alternate your needle between each side. So what we'll do is do the next color. Right, so Jan says we've got a slightly different layout on YouTube. You've gone off camera. Okay. Ah, right. Okay, I see. I wonder if I can change it. Edit mic settings. Maximize. Right. That's better. Right. I've got that on my screen. I didn't realize that was so. I must have set the YouTube up for it to be that sort of panel. I wonder if I can change it. Probably not. Hide vertical. Ugh, that's a pain, isn't it? Right, let's go out. Right, never mind. I'll try and keep an eye on that. So the next colour will be our grey. So I'm going to add 9. And then we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads, like so. And then we'll do another 9 again. And you count 9 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 9, sorry, count 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so apologies for anybody watching on YouTube that up to this point have not been able to see what I've been doing because of the settings on my StreamYard are different on YouTube. And I honestly don't know how to change it at this point. I might have a little look in a moment. It's hard to see as the comments are all over your hands. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just bank that a moment and just see if I can possibly change it. Media assets. Right, let's take the comments off. There we go. That's 1. Banners, media assets. Style. No. Bear with me. Audio, visual. No. No, it obviously seems that once I've actually set it from the outset that it sticks. So not to worry, I am sorry. We will carry on and I'll do the best I can. I think what I'll have to do I'll see if I can get rid of the comments. Maybe you've got the captions on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How are we doing for time? So what we'll do in a moment, we will pop the ends on there. But it's so pretty. Such a pretty little. Okay, so let's pop that down there. Let's move these across. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you how you can add these little bits on here. Now, what I'm going to switch to is I'm going to switch to another beading thread, which is the Mayuki thread. Did I put 10 on that one, Kim? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I put 9. I put 9 on there. Right, so we'll cut sort of 1.5 meters of that. And thread another needle. But let me know if you're thinking of having a go at this, if it looks okay for you. That's really put me out of sorts, that has. Oh, I said 10, did I? Oh dear, sorry. It was 9. Mayuki thread is another brand. There's lots of different brands. It's just like going to your different stores, like your Next, your Primark. That's the only difference, is they're just different brands. It's a really nice one. I get quite a few bits from Jewelry Maker as well, so I just use what I've got. Now, on these tassely bits here, I'm going to measure that. It's a lot easier to actually measure the tassel rather than count the number of beads. So I'm going to add 10 centimeters. You can just use, yeah, my Nymo you can use for the whole thing, no problem at all. Right, okay, so I've got, whoops, this one. I'm going to have to delete it from YouTube afterwards and upload it again afterwards. Never mind. Then I've got this one and this one. So we're going to start with, so this is your golden obsidian. So I'm going to add that one on. Leave a tail at the top. And then we're going to add our gold spacer on. And then we're going to add the black obsidian on there as well. And then we're going to add 10 inches of seed beads. So I generally add 2, 4, 5 of these, but I'll just give you an indication. We'll just keep going for now. I'll need to check the settings that I put on YouTube as well to make sure I don't repeat the same mistake again. Which is so ridiculous that it just gives you such a small window. Right, so I'm just adding on to that. So next week will be our auction week. So I've got loads of goodies, loads of new gems, new crystals. I've also got some pre-made bracelets as well, gemstone bracelets, which are so lovely that I've had to pinch one myself. So that will be next Thursday. Next Tuesday, I'm on Jewelry Maker. So another busy week. And our Christmas concerts start next week as well with our choir that I run. It's going to be busy, busy, busy. And I'm guessing those of you with children as well, with particularly younger children, they tend to do a lot of little things over Christmas, don't they? Right, still got a little bit more to do. So they're quite long. Just checking that length. Not 2 more. Right, and then what we're going to do is go back up through those. So that creates a loop, and then we're going to tie a knot. And then we're going to add, how many beads? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to add 16 beads at the top. Okay, and then we're going to loop it through the end of our piece. So loop that through, bring it over. It's probably a good idea to do another knot with the other tail as well, just to secure it a little bit more. And then we're going to go back down through those beads, come out the bottom. So this is one of the black obsidian beads that's in the group thread. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I've got the black obsidian, I've got the red aventurine. I'll show them in a moment anyway. So we just go and add another group, and you keep repeating that, and all being well, you should be able to fit all of these groups of layers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 2 of 2 colours and 1 of 1. So Jane says that Nativity Play on the Horizon spent the last couple of days making costumes for the youngest grandson, who is one of 3 kings. Oh, how lovely. Do you know, Jane, that brings back memories when my youngest is now 16, but it just brings back memories that when he was at preschool, he came home and he said, I want to be an angel. I said, okay, you don't want to be a shepherd or no, or wise man, or no, I want to be an angel. I want you to make me an outfit. So I spent ages creating this outfit for him, this white angel outfit, and made all the wings for him. And then we got him there, and he refused to put it on, and he refused to take part. And on hindsight, it was so funny. But he was absolutely mortified. He just didn't want to be involved at all. I think it just filled him with total fear and dread, which you can kind of understand, can't you? Bless him. They do make you laugh, don't they, the kids? So next week we're singing in it's like a carol service, but it's basically there's a group of people that we go and sing to every year over the other side of Swindon. So they basically have a meal, and then we do like a service, and we have a sing-along. And then we've got an old people's home that we're singing at. I don't know if that's a politically correct thing to say now, but we we've stopped doing quite as many because I find that they're ever so hot to sing in. And being in the tropics all the time, I really struggle with it. Last year, one of our lovely ladies passed out. Yeah. And I think that's almost the end of our singing for the year. Right, so we're going to go back up. But I think you can get the gist of it, okay? Whoops. I should just show you how to tie off as well when you get there. So this one I have tried and I managed to fit all of them in. So we just keep going round, go all the way back round and down again. You don't have to add as many tassels at the bottom if you don't want to. Let's go all the way back down again. Now, we would then add another one in, but I'm just going to show you how you actually tie off. So to tie off, what if you haven't done it already, you pop your needle through one of the thread bars, but before you pull it tight, you go through it to tie a knot. And you do that in 3 different places before you trim off. Okay, so that's coming along really nicely. So you'll just carry on with that. Now let's just measure this one for you, shall we? So this one is 12. Oops, we've got a knot in it. Oh, they feel so nice. I love it when there's no clasp on there. They're so tactile and feel like fabric. 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this one is 30 and a half plus the tassel at the bottom. And this one, right, let me just come off the overhead for now. So this is the length of this one. Okay, now the other one, I think, is a few inches longer. So this is 4 inches longer, so that's 34, isn't it? So that's this one, and this one is size 10 check seed beads as well. Now, before we go, first of all, please do ask any questions. If there's anything you want to ask at all, feel free to do so. Or if you're not watching me live, just pop a note in the comments. And like I say, anybody watching on YouTube, sincerest apologies. I should have set up landscape, and I think I've put portrait on there. Can we have a close-up, please? Yeah, sure. Anything in particular you were looking at a close-up for? Okay, so that is the check one. And what I've done on this one is I've got 3 separate hangings on there. You see that? 3 separate beaded sections, whereas on this one I've got 1 bead either side and your 2, 4, 5 tassels. So what I'm going to show you next, facing, is I'm going to show you the bits and pieces that are in the group Facebook thread. Jane says, that's such a good pattern, Rachel. I can see me getting out my boxer seed bead suit one day very soon. Brilliant. And to be honest with you, if you've got maybe some Chinese seed beads, you know, the ones that are uneven, you might want to take them out and give this a bash. You might find that that works with this. So anyway, let me just pull up the link for Facebook. So this is our Facebook group. So this, if you point your phone at the top, that will take you straight there. So these are the red aventurine. I'm pretty sure they're red aventurine. And those I think would work really well with sort of neutrals, with creams, with blacks. So that's those. And what have we got next? Then we've got rose quartz. And if you look at each of the posts, you'll be able to see what the different healing properties are. Now, none of these are dyed. So if you're into your total healing properties for your gemstones, there's no heat treatment, there's no dye in these as well. Pure gem. So that's your rose quartz. And then you've got strawberry quartz. Which is this one. I've only got 3 of those. And then we have got yin yang, which yin yang, I don't know how many of you watched Susie's yin yang collection on Jewelry Maker. It was so insightful and so lovely to see the importance of yin yang, which is what these 2 colors do. So you've got your black obsidian, you've got your clear quartz. So that was the one that I was using at the bottom of that particular necklace. And these are slightly bigger ones than the other colors I've just shown you. Now the final one is a longer one, so you've basically got 4 of each of those colors: your red aventurine, your rose quartz, your strawberry quartz. They are super good prices, really good prices. The other thing that you can use this for as well is if you go back onto a previous YouTube tutorial, you'll be able to see that I did the vine on a bead, so the leaves. So this is actually what I bought these for, but they came a bit later. So you'd probably need to do smaller beads on the smaller ones. The other things that I've got as well is I thought these were really handy. So I've got some collections of Mayuki beads, and you've got colour combos in there. There's round about 5 grams in each, so you can put as many colours as you want. There's also the what do you call them, bugle beads in there as well. That's a Toho collection as well with some 15s. That is your size 10 check beads. If you want your project to go a bit quicker, they're slightly bigger. Then you've got this. What else have I got? Oh, I love this one. This color palette would actually go with every single one of these beads, I think. There we go. I think that's beautiful. I think that's probably my favorite. What's that one? Yeah, I've got 3 of those as well. I've got more to put on. It's just time, running out of time. Anyway, thanks ever so much for joining me. I don't like it when I don't do a live with you guys. I feel really out of sorts. There's something not quite right when I don't do a live with you all. But looking forward to you joining us, Mom and I, next Thursday for our live. And I can't wait to share with you all of the goodies that we've got. New stuff. And Mom wouldn't have seen it. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Do take care. Don't forget, do share your makes in our Beaders of Beads by Vachil group. And I think when we do a live next week, I think I'll probably do 2 pick out the hats, because I think I'm a bit behind. So make sure you get those makes in Beaders of Beads by Vachil group, because you could win a voucher. Yay for the auction. I know, I love doing the auction with my mom. Anyway, take care. See you soon. Bye.